Depression is a big problem all over the world, and it makes a lot of people unable to do things. About 350 million people are affected by it. According to the World Health Organization in 2012, depression is the fourth most common health issue globally, and in 2020 it's the second biggest problem, after heart disease. In Europe and North America, 10–20% of people may experience depression at some point in their lives, and it's twice as likely to happen to women than men. In China, 4% to 26.5% of older people may have depression, and it's a serious issue. What we eat is connected to inflammation, stress in the body, and how the brain works. All of these things might have something to do with depression. In the last few decades, many studies have shown that what we eat is really important for our mental health. Researchers have looked at how specific foods or nutrients relate to the chances of having depression. But in real life, we don't eat just one thing at a time. We eat meals with many different foods. These foods can interact with each other. That's why experts suggest looking at overall dietary patterns, considering the mix of foods we eat. This approach could help give better advice on what to eat for good nutrition. Diet is so important for mental health that there's a whole area of medicine called nutritional psychiatry. In simple terms, what it comes down to is that our food choices matter a lot for our health, especially our mental well-being. Recent research that looks at many studies supports the idea that what we eat is connected to the risk of depression. One study found that a diet with lots of fruits, vegetables, whole grains, fish, olive oil, low-fat dairy, and antioxidants, and less meat, sweets, and high-fat dairy is linked to a lower risk of depression. On the other hand, a diet with a lot of red or processed meat, refined grains, sweets, high-fat dairy, butter, potatoes, and fatty gravy, and less fruits and vegetables is linked to a higher risk of depression. What comes first, a bad diet or feeling sad? Some might say that when we're sad, we're more likely to eat unhealthy food. And that's true. So, which one happens first, the bad diet or feeling sad? Thankfully, researchers have looked into this question. In a big study, they checked the diets of people and then looked at whether they later became depressed. They found that a healthy diet, like the Mediterranean diet, was linked to a much lower chance of developing depression. It's not just about how much we eat, but what we eat really matters a lot. Researchers searched for studies until March 6, 2017, to find ones that looked at what people ate and whether they got depressed later on. They combined data from 24 different studies. What they discovered is that sticking to a good quality diet, whether it's a healthy one or like the Mediterranean diet, lowers the risk of feeling depressed over time. Also, having a diet that doesn't cause much inflammation is linked to a somewhat lower chance of developing depressive symptoms. Eating fish and vegetables also showed similar positive effects. So how does different food affect our mood, and what should we eat for the best results? Omega-3 fatty acids. Omega-3s are special fats that our bodies can't make on their own, so we need to get them from our food. These fats are crucial for our brain, heart, immune system, and other body functions. Eating foods rich in omega-3s like fish, chia seeds, walnuts, and flax seeds may help improve mood and even prevent depression. Probiotic foods. There's evidence that the health of our gut, stomach, is connected to our mental health. Probiotic foods, which have live bacteria, can support a healthy gut and might benefit mental well-being. Foods like kefir, sauerkraut, and kimchi contain live probiotic bacteria that can be good for your gut and, in turn, your mood. Foods with antioxidants. Antioxidants are like superheroes that fight unstable molecules in our bodies which can cause damage. Foods high in antioxidants, such as nuts, fruits, vegetables, and spices, may help reduce inflammation and stress in the brain, lowering the risk of depression. High fiber foods. Fiber is important for the health of our gut bacteria. High fiber foods like vegetables, fruits, whole grains, nuts, seeds, and legumes can support a healthy gut and might reduce the risk of depression. Polyphenol-rich foods. Polyphenols found in various plant foods act like antioxidants and anti-inflammatory agents. Eating a variety of whole plant foods with polyphenols, such as berries, vegetables, spices, and dark chocolate, may improve mood and mental health. Coffee. Coffee contains caffeine, which can affect people differently. Some studies suggest that moderate coffee intake may be linked to a lower risk of depression. However, too much coffee can lead to issues like anxiety and sleeplessness, so it's important to stay within recommended limits, around 400 mg per day for adults. In general, a healthy and balanced diet, like the Mediterranean diet that includes a mix of fruits, vegetables, nuts, seeds, whole grains, legumes, and healthy fats, is good for our mood and mental well-being. Here's the main idea. Eat a lot of plants like fruits and veggies, whole grains, preferably not processed, and nuts and seeds. Also include some healthy proteins like fish and yogurt. Try to stay away from things with added sugars or flours like bread, cakes, cereals, and pasta. And don't have too much animal fats, processed meats, even though bacon is tasty, or butter. It's okay to have these not-so-good foods once in a while, but remember, not too much. If you're trying to lose weight, colorful fruits and veggies are a good choice. Nobody gained weight from eating berries or broccoli. What's important is the quality of what you eat, not just how much. Thank you for joining me on this exploration of the powerful connection between depression and diet. Remember, what we eat has a profound impact on our mental well-being. Small changes in our dietary choices can make a big difference in how we feel. If you found this video helpful or insightful, please consider liking and sharing it. Let's spread awareness about the role of nutrition in mental health. If you or someone you know is struggling with depression, don't hesitate to seek professional help. You're not alone, and there are resources available to support you on your journey to better mental health. Take care, be kind to yourself, and I'll see you in the next video.